Are you looking to catch the one?
Well, we're going to show you 4 ways that you can catch the one coming up on the Derrick and Rachel Harper podcast.
You're listening to the Derrick and Rachel Harper podcast, where you get strategies on how to increase intimacy, build a meaningful connection, and increase communication. Gain clarity on your intimacy at www.derrickandrachelharper.com. Now, here's Derrick and Rachel.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? It's the Derrick and Rachel Harper podcast, and this is Derrick and Rachel from derrickandrachelharper.com. And we're here with our podcast today, and we're going to be talking about 4 ways to catch the one, right?
That is absolutely correct. Now, we don't want to leave out any singles who are our faithful listeners. We always have something for you as well, some gems that we're going to drop on you guys too. So don't feel like we are ever leaving you out.
No. So we're going to drop a lot of gems tonight, like this 4 ways, but it's really like 8, right? Because we got men and the woman side.
Yes. Both perspectives. Both perspectives is important, because what a man has to do is not always what a woman has to do.
Right.
So you're going to hear both sides of how this works. Today is supposed to be National Singles Day in China.
Right.
They actually celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I will also tell you guys, if you are single, be happy in your singleness.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your singleness. Enjoy the single moments. Enjoy being free. Enjoy having wind in your hair.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a lot of enjoys. You're getting too enjoying.
Just enjoy the moment. Oh my gosh. Like,
yeah,
man,
like
it sounds harsh. Yeah.
When you get home, you can walk around in your drawers if you want to.
Yeah.
Turn your air all the way up to cold if you want to.
Yeah. You can turn it all the way to 60.
You ain't got nobody asking you what you're doing and why you been out so long.
You ain't got none of that. All right, so
I can leave my drawers in the floor if I want to.
Oh my gosh. You can put your clothes in front of the basket if you need to.
Yeah, whatever.
In the front of the basket. Do what you want to do, but enjoy the moment. Don't be so pressed to be like, I gotta find a man. I gotta find a woman. I gotta do this. That's not, shouldn't be at the top of your list. All right.
Right.
So a lot of things that we're going to give you today is a lot of things for you to prepare yourself.
Right.
In order to find, and not even find, because women shouldn't be finding, or as that's what they say.
Yeah.
Right.
Women shouldn't be finding.
Shouldn't be finding, but in order to manifest the person by divine power. Isn't that what you said?
Divine power, and also Steve Harvey moment, right? So, women, you are the prize, okay? You are the prize. We should be going to get you.
Oh, okay. That's what that means.
Women are the prize.
That's what it meant. Oh, okay.
You are the prize.
So we always start off with the woman. I think we're curious to hear the men's perspective.
Okay.
All right. And what is it that a man needs, right? What does a man need? What are the 4 ways? This we're going to give you guys. 4 ways that you can catch the one, or 4 ways that you can be found by the one, or 4 things you can do to prepare for the one.
Right.
All that good stuff.
Okay. So for a man, I think for us, there's an overall theme here. And that overall theme is you want to present the best you. And so you can be ready to receive that woman, right? So you need to present the best you that you can be at that time. And I don't want to sound like trying to get you into the army or anything, but be the best you. All right, so what does that mean? Number 1, right? Finances. That's the biggest thing. For us men, we always want to have that money, that a little bit of fame, if not all the way famous. We want to have a little bit of money. We want to be a little bit famous, a little bit of power, because, money and power attract women, right? But you'd be attracting the wrong type of women if you take that approach. But what I mean by having your finances in order is having a little bit of stability, right? When you're going through those early stages. I think around 24, 25 is when a man starts thinking, hey, maybe it's time to start like slowing down a little bit and trying to get myself a little bit more in order to receive, a wife and to be ready to have a family. Because the number 1 thing on a man's mind when they become with a family, have a family, is providing for that family and being there for the wife and their kids. They want to make sure that they are the breadwinner, even though if they have someone else working. And I felt the same way, even though you were working, I still felt like I needed to be, the main breadwinner, and making sure that I take care of everything, although you ended up making more money than I did. But I still felt like I was the man. I took care of the finances, you know, paid the bills and everything, and that made me feel like the king in my household, right?
Okay.
So the finance piece is, you know, you got to get yourself on the right track, I would say. It doesn't have to always be, you know, oh, you know, I make $600,000 a year and I drive a fancy car, I got a house and I got this, all of my finances in order. It could be, you know, I have a steady job. I, you know, pay all the bills. I might live in an apartment, but, you know, I pay all the bills at my apartment, and being responsible, because you have to be responsible when you have a woman, because you have someone not really to take care of, but you have someone that's going to be leaning on you and depending on you to help, you know. Not so much as take over everything, but be there to help, you know.
All right, so it almost sounds like ego. Does that play a big part?
No, I don't think it's ego. I think it's more of you just need to be sure in yourself, because one thing a woman doesn't want, she does not want a weak man, you know, especially when it comes to finances, and feel like she has to pay for everything. Maybe, you know, call me old fashioned, but I think we need to be that person to be able to step up.
Is it okay if they're at least trying? Do they have to be all the way there?
Yeah, at least trying, right? At least trying. You don't have to always be, you don't have to be all the way there, but at least trying, you know?
Yeah. Is there ever an all the way there, ever? Do you
Nah,
think a man will ever be satisfied?
Well, I think if you get to that point where you feel like you're all the way there, then I think you just get complacent in where you are and not try to reach and be, you know, more aggressive towards your goals, or having more aggressive goals, I should say.
Okay. So what does it mean when you say more money attracts the wrong women?
Well, more money, and fame, fame, and power really attracts women. You know, that's what science, research, whatever says. Mm-hmm. So you could be attracting the wrong type of woman. You know, the ones that are there because you have that power, that fame. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why they call them groupies. When you know you see, you know, sports stars, or you see music industry stars, and when you have those people, then you know, that's when you start to get groupies. And so, and it works both ways, but you know, that's what I mean when I say that.
Okay.
So what about the women?
Okay, so for the woman, again, like the men, present the best you. But for a woman, I would say number one, and for a woman, and let me backtrack because I always do. Mm-hmm. When I was single, I felt like I was preparing myself, you know, as well. And I felt like I was my best self. Mm-hmm. And so if you're able to pinpoint certain things that you feel like you need to work on, then definitely make sure you're doing that. You're not gonna be able to get 100% everything in order beforehand. So we don't want you guys thinking that we're like, okay, everything needs to be 100% on top notch, because that's not what we're trying to say. Mm-hmm. But if there are things that you know that you could work on, then make sure you work on those things in your time of waiting. But for women, present the best you. So for number one, I would say be ready emotionally. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of women come into relationships with old baggage, right? With baggage from their previous relationship. Right. And you hear women say things like, you know, when I got into this relationship, I asked him all these questions about, you know, his previous relationship, and I was always on his back and things like that. But the reason why I did that is because my previous man, I had to be like that. You know, he was always a cheater. And so here I am seeing all these signs in this guy, but they really aren't signs of a cheater. Right. You know, I'm just seeing every single thing like the last guy, even though it's false information. It's not really real.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're making a lot of generalizations. Do you think we might get in trouble with making all these generalizations?
Sure. No, I mean, I don't want to pinpoint no specific people.
All right.
No, but I think it's okay. Females have to be ready emotionally. You know what I'm saying? We cannot, and I think the same thing for men. A man can't see a woman as his previous girlfriend, and then all of a sudden he's feeling like she is his previous girlfriend. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that can be very harming to the relationship. Yeah. You know, so be ready emotionally. Make sure you are completely ready. Make sure you have cleaned your slate. Make sure all those previous people are out of your brain. And then one of the other things about women, they'll say, you know what, my dad wasn't the best guy, but I was attracted to this man because and I realized that he was just like my dad. Mm-hmm. So if you need some type of way to, you know, counseling, any of that stuff, you know, that you might need before finding the one, you need to make sure you're doing that.
And I think the same is true for men, though. You know, we tend to try to marry women that's like our mothers, right?
I guess. I don't know. Is that a thing?
Science. It's a science thing again, you know. But yeah, men like to try to, you know, find someone that's like their mother, because it, you know, it just gives them a sense of, you know, it's like a sense of, you know, I found someone that's gonna nurture me, and, you know, just like my mom would.
Now, do y'all literally go and look for that, or it just happens?
I think it just happens.
Okay.
I think it just happens. It's one of those unconscious things. You kind of remind me of my mother.
Okay.
You know, in certain aspects.
Okay. You never said that before.
Yeah, not in a bad way. Not like, well, I'll just leave it right there.
What just happened?
Next question.
What
please.
just happened? Are you feeling weird now?
Sometimes you gotta know when to stop.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So for men, number one, for men, finances, you know, try to be working towards your finances. As Derrick says, he believes it should be number one. For women, make sure you are ready emotionally and get rid of all that old baggage.
All right. So number two for a man, be sure you've lost all desires to be with any other woman.
Oh, wow. That had to be said.
I know that's kind of just like blanket, but you know, you need to make sure that, I know it's kind of hard to think about, like, I only want to be with this woman and blah, 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 and that's it. I know it's hard for us to get there. It's really hard for us to get there, but once you find that one, I think you'll get there. You'll lose your desires to be with other women, like desire to be with another woman in a relationship, like loving relationship, like falling in love with another woman, like that desire should be going away. You should be with the one you're currently dating. If you're dating someone, that person should make you feel like, oh, I only want to be with her, and if she goes away, I'm probably going to be like depressed or something, you know. So if you feel that way, I think you've gotten there. But you cannot go into a relationship, even a relationship where you're going to feel like it's going to be something long term that is you're trying to, you know, turn into something, you know, more than just dating or a girlfriend or, you know, boyfriend or whatever, however you like. You have to lose that desire. So let me just be politically correct here and just say desires to be with any other person instead of just any other woman, but any other person, right? So yeah, I think you just got to be ready for that. You know, this is it.
And it seems like when you find that one, it goes away.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you found that one, at least from my perspective, you know, you found that one when that all goes away.
Yeah, I don't think women have too much of an issue with that, you know, generally speaking.
Generally speaking.
Right.
Okay.
It's the men that struggle with that. You know, mostly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know
If we're
that.
going to be transparent here.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
No, it's not our fault. It's God's fault because He make y'all so beautiful that we can't.
Oh, wow. Oh, you really flipped that around. So you wouldn't make it to HE. Wow. Okay. Good one.
I always say, women, if God made anything better than a woman, He kept it for Himself.
Wow. Okay. So that was a good one. Make sure you lost all your desires to be with other women.
people.
Other people. Yes. All right. So for a woman, number 2, for what I would suggest, in order to be preparing for your man or whatever the case may be, woman, whoever, don't be stuck on your list. Now, all women have a list. Maybe I shouldn't say all. A majority of women have a list. So what does the list look like? A list looks like this. Number 1, he needs to be college educated. Number 2, he needs to be making at least 6 figures. Number 3, he needs to be at least 6'5". Number 4, he needs to make sure he goes to the gym every day. You know, so that's a list. Now, if you listen to us in season 1, we talked about, you know, we had a list when it came to looks. And I think everybody has that, you know, someone that they feel like is their top of their list, right? So what we said, can we say it again?
Yeah, I guess so.
You said yeah.
It's just, don't be mad at my response.
Oh wow, no. So if you listen back to season 1, right? In season 1, we said, you know what? For me, I thought that I was going to be with a dark skinned guy. Mm-hmm. That was it. It was just like tall and dark. Anything else didn't matter.
Right.
Okay.
And I thought
we didn't ask you.
Okay.
We talking about one. So that was on my list, right? And so what ended up happening, eventually I was like, you know what? I need to stop saying I just want tall and dark, and I need to say, God, give me what I need, and versus just what I want, right? And then also because I was a single parent at the time, it was like I can't just be going for the superficial. Mm-hmm. I need something that's much deeper. So I can't just be just having this list, this superficial list, because it was superficial. That was the only thing on my list. College educated, tall and dark. What else? What else? Like that was my young 20s. Like that was ugh.
So you saying I ain't tall?
Oh my gosh. I meant like 6 feet and up or something like that. Right. But like I said, once I had a child and I was a single parent, it was like, man, my mindset changed. And so even if you aren't a single parent, or even if you don't have any children, make sure your list isn't as superficial as mine was. You know what I'm saying? So again, I kept saying, you know what, eventually, God, just give me what I need and a little bit of what I want. Give me a little bit of both.
You feel like you got it though.
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I got more than what I expected.
Oh, that's good to hear.
You know what? Let me change my mind. Sorry, no, just kidding.
Oh, yeah?
But no, yeah, I did because he gave me exactly what I needed. He gave me someone who was the opposite in their temperament.
Yeah.
Right? So I was more of like, I'm not a hothead because I definitely don't have anger management issues. Birds are chirping. Oh my God, really, Derrick? You supposed to say, yeah, you're right.
Nah. Keep going.
But he was a little calmer than I was. So what he had, I needed. Right. So if he came into this situation with me being exactly like myself, we would have been bumping heads all the time. And it would not have worked at all. But then I also said, because I was a single parent, I needed somebody who would be able to take care of me and my child. We was a package.
Right.
So my list completely changed. That's my spiel for number 2.
That was for the women.
That was for the women.
All right. Moving on to number 3. For your man, be about your business. Be about your business. And what I mean by that, not literally like a literal business, although it could mean literal business if you have a literal business. But be about your business. That means you are trying to advance yourself, okay? You're trying to, of course, go back to number 1, get your finances right. You're trying to condition your mind to receive, that woman, that one that that you're going to settle down with. And then you need to be about your business. You need to be about going about that every day, trying to better yourself 1% better every single day. Okay. If you go about being yourself, going about, trying to, advance yourself, I believe that in your work, you'll find that woman, not really find that woman. I think that woman just be manifested, right? Mm-hmm. I think you'll manifest that woman, okay? Because I feel like she'll come into your life when you least expect it, and you're gonna turn around and you're like, that's it, this is it, and it might come as a friendship, or might be a friendship from past. Always the best ones is just really just right under your nose. Now, with me and Rachel, it was more like I knew from the start, like before the start. I knew like before the start, like this was that one.
So that really happens?
Yeah. I didn't know it until later, if that makes sense. I didn't know it was late until later. Okay. But I knew that from when I saw it. It's weird. It's weird for me to explain it. It's like I knew that was it, but I just knew I didn't realize it till later on. You know what I'm saying? So like when I saw her, it was just like, bam, that's it. I got to have her.
Oh.
I got to have that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then, you know, start talking to you and boom, boom, boom. It's like, man, I knew I had this connection to you, like from the first time I saw you, and it was immediately like, boom, I gotta have that right there. Mm-hmm. And there was a reason, because our souls vibrated at the same level.
Oh gosh. You got tired of that last girl. It's like, nah.
Yeah, you know that, and that's the saying. Here's my Steve Harvey moment here. So that was the same thing. Like he said, he was on the stage, and Margie came in late, and he started to pick on her, and then he saw her. They locked eyes, and he was like, I don't know who this woman is, but I'm gonna marry her. And boom, manifestation right there.
That's deep. Wow. So be about your business. Advance yourself. Yep. Don't get complacent. Just in your singleness, even in your singleness. Right. Don't all of a sudden get with a girl and be like, okay, now I gotta try to get this stuff together.
Right.
Like, do it before you get with a girl. Dang, that's the least y'all can do. That's the least. God, Lord.
Okay.
All right, so for a woman, number 3, don't be like me. And what I mean by that is get out and be seen. So I got lucky. I was at work and got seen by Derrick. But other than that, I never really went anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I went out to eat every so often, but I really didn't get out and be seen. I was a homebody, if you want to say that. So how could a man catch me if I'm always at home watching movies and eating popcorn and drinking my coffee at home by myself and whatever the case may be? So for the woman, plain and simple, number 3, some people are like, I can't find a man. Well, are you going out? You're single. Get out the house. Go do something. Go to the mall. Go to the library. Go to Applebee's. Go somewhere. Get out the house. Get out and be seen.
Yeah, I think you try to go like parties. Like a lot of times you can meet people just by hanging out with mutual friends. Go to parties, you know, go to
get-togethers.
Shindigs events,
and get-togethers.
You know,
like say party.
Hey, baby shower. I go to a baby shower.
Yeah,
I go to
a wedding.
You know, a wedding.
My friends' weddings.
Yeah, go to those places and present yourself. You know, so present yourself so that you may be found.
Yeah. Now don't just try and go everywhere on purpose.
Yeah, we're not saying go to the Scally or anything like that.
The Scally.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Scallywag.
Yeah, just like background story. It's a club in Virginia. It's called the Alley. We call it the Scally because it's crazy in there. But you know, I don't think it's even around anymore. But you know, don't be going places like that. Hole in the wall clubs. You know, even though that one wasn't really a hole in the wall, it's pretty decent inside. Anyway, but get out, be seen. You know, don't go any crazy places. But you know. Dinner, go for walks, you know, in the park, go to the gym. Church is a good place.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah, church is a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're looking for. Yeah. The gym. Yes, girl, go to the gym. Even if you ain't working out, pick up a 1 pound weight and walk around and pretend like you're doing something.
Oh yeah.
Just to be seen. Oh yeah. All right, number 4. Number 4, I think is we said this goes for both men and women, right? So, number 4 is date with purpose. Date with purpose. What does that mean? So, date with purpose meaning have a goal. Don't just be, you know, it's at one point in time when you're dating, you could just be dating. You know, if you just happen to get with someone, it just happens, whatever the case may be. But when you have a goal in mind or a purpose, like for example, before I met Derrick, I knew at that point in my life, whoever I was going to date, I was going to date knowing that I wanted to get married because I had a child at that point. And so all that silliness that I was dealing with beforehand, before I had my child, I knew I didn't want to deal with that after. So my purpose was to make sure that I was getting with someone who could take care of me, take care of my son, meet my needs, I can meet their needs and all that good stuff. So I was dating with purpose.
Right, dating with purpose and not playing around. Stop playing the games and say, all right, I'm gonna call her, then I'm gonna wait 3 days, I'm gonna call her back. Then, you know, she gonna text me, then I'm gonna wait an hour before I text her back, make her feel like, you know, I'm busy.
Y'all be doing that?
No, that's what y'all do. That's what women do. So I ain't gonna text right back right now.
That's what we supposed to do. Y'all supposed to be finding us.
Leave you on read.
What?
Leave you on
the
red.
Dot.
No, on red. When it says red, you don't get that.
Oh, red. Oh, never mind.
Leave your text messages on red.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
frustrating. Like, oh man, so you read it 20 minutes ago, but you still ain't responding.
Yeah, don't get with him. Don't get with him.
Yeah, but I think you should have a goal. You should have a goal when it comes to, dating. You should no longer date because, oh man, it's cuffing season. Put all that stuff away.
Season.
Put all that stuff away and really date with purpose. Really date to say, okay, is this person going to be somebody that I can spend the rest of my life with? And my mom used to always tell me, if you don't know after a year, then it probably ain't what you're going to need. You know what I'm saying? So you should know if you want to marry that person within a year.
Wow, I think that's true. Some people be dating for like 10 years and still be like, nah, we good.
Yeah, if you got to think about it at that point, man, you probably need to just think about going somewhere else and being with somebody else.
Yeah, and it's cuffing season. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody about to get laid off in cuffing season because we told them a date with purpose. So, let's recap what we got. All right, so for the men, go ahead, recap for it.
Okay, so the overall theme for everybody is to present the best you and be ready to receive the one. That's the overall theme. But for men, number one is finances. Make sure you get your finances in order.
The best you can.
Yeah, for women, you want to be...
Just do the men.
All right, and then number two, be sure you lost desires for all other people. Make sure that you are ready to receive that one and not be out there trying to play the field anymore. That you're ready to just find one person. Okay, I think that's a better way to say it. And then three, be about your business. Continue to work on yourself. Be the best you can be. And then let that woman become a person that comes into your life. All right. And then number four, of course, is to date with purpose. All right. Put away the childish games and date with the end goal in mind of, I am trying to marry this person. If I feel like it's not going to work, then I need to get away and then revamp, start again.
All right. And so for the woman, we are also presenting our best selves while we are waiting. All right. So for number one, as I said before, make sure you are ready emotionally. So if you have any baggage, if you need to go see a counselor, if you need to talk to your mama or somebody about, some old things or old habits or whatever have you or whatnot, then make sure you deal with that stuff before getting into your, next relationship. Number two, don't be stuck on your list. All people have a list. However, it can change. Let it change. Don't be so stern and rigid about having this list, because the man you want might not be tall and dark. Again, he might be something else, totally different, and then you end up missing your blessing. Don't block your own blessing because your list. Number three, make sure you are getting out and being seen. Like I said, don't be like me, being just stuck in the house. Go out and do things. Go with your friends. Go to that baby shower. Go to church on Sunday. Get out there. All right, be seen. And last but not least, make sure you are dating with purpose. And so like Derrick said, if you know you're with someone and you shouldn't be with them, and you know that they aren't on the same level with what you are needing and the purpose that you have in mind, if they're just playing the field, but you have a purpose of getting married, then make sure that you leave if you need to. All right, don't stick around just hoping that he marries you, because it might be another 10 years. All right, so make sure you stick to your purpose and let that be that. Manifest the person that you are trying to get.
All right. So that's good. That's some good tips for you guys. I hope you found value. And if you found value in this, if you're on YouTube and you're watching us right now, make sure you hit the like button, comment, and please subscribe, because it definitely helps us share this video with a friend, because definitely it really does help us, and we appreciate you for doing that. We love hearing from you guys. And if you guys need more help, you can definitely go over to www.derrickandrachelharper.com. We have some great resources over there. Of course, we wouldn't give you any resource that we didn't believe in. Our resources are tested, tried and true, and we believe in them and stand behind them 100%. Right?
Yeah, and if you listen on our podcast, make sure you are leaving reviews, give us 5 stars, so that we can know how we're doing, so we can make sure we continue to bring you good content.
All right. And if you haven't already, you can check out our books, man. Our books, our resources are awesome. We have a 30-day guide, or the ultimate guide, to reigniting intimacy or reconnecting with your partner. And you can definitely go over to DerrickandRachelHarper.com, and it's in our training session, right?
It is in our training. No, it's in our resources.
In our resources.
It's in our resources. It's also a pop-up right now, so make sure you take advantage of that.
Yeah, DerrickandRachelHarper.com. Go to resources, and in resources, there's the 30-day ultimate guide to reigniting your intimacy. It's a two-step system. All right. Go over there right now. It's $4.99. It was $11.99. Now we make it $4.99
for use, because we like use. Black Friday too.
Yes, and it's chock full of stuff, great things that you can do. And check out our Instagram page, our Instagram at Derrick and Rachel Harper. Over there, we're doing the little intimacy challenges. You'll see us doing those little funny little videos, but they're real life, and we're teaching you real things through comedy, and we're working out and all that good stuff. So check us out there. Take the intimacy challenges, and once you do, post your intimacy challenge and use hashtag Harper Intimacy Challenge on that, right?
That is correct. All right, so make sure you have all of that. If you didn't get it all, make sure you rewind, recap, write it down, take a picture, all that good stuff. All right, so until next time, we will see you all next Friday.